Hi guys, my name is Sebastian. I'm one of the developers on the Binocular team, and today I'm going to show you how to get started with the Binocular dashboard. So first, what you want to do is log into the dashboard. If you don't have an account, you can just go and register, but I will just use my so now that we are at the dashboard, you can see the various options you have here. You can see the connected devices, which are 0 right now. We have device types, which are basically an abstract model which you connect a certain device to. We have various SDKs. We have a Node.js SDK, we have a Python SDK, and we have a Android SDK. And you can obviously just use the Binocular RESTful API. The SDKs are basically just wrappers for the RESTful API. At your left here, we can see the devices. We don't have any devices yet. We have our device types here, which we'll be looking at soon. We have API documentations, how to get started, how the authentication works, which is basic authentication, and obviously the various endpoints. We also have an API console, which can be used to actually try out the various endpoints. And then we have the SDKs, which are shown here as well. And then obviously you can get the source code at our GitHub. So yeah, first what you have to do in order to connect the device, you need to create a device type. And to do that, right now I made one for the pot flower and one for the fridge, and I guess I'm just gonna continue using the fridge one. It's easy to create. You can just go here, enter name, and what would this be? Like my car, or a car. It's a model. A car. Fetch car data. And then you can go in and set the properties for the device type. However, I'm gonna go ahead and use the fridge device type, and to this one I have set the temperature to a unit of Celsius, and the name here is basically the field name that will be retrieved when you fetch the data from the Binocular cloud. So now that we have a device type, we could go ahead and activate some devices or connect devices to it. Because as you can see, you're not able to actually activate devices from the UI. You have to the device itself has to activate. So if you go to the activate documentation here, so you can see that this is a REST endpoint that you post to. We have a curl example here which you can use, and what's important here is that we use basic authentication, which means that each request needs to have a authorization header, which is set with basic and a base64 encoded encoded API key and client secret. You can find more information about the authorization at the API documentation and authentication. This would be a sample response. So when you have activated device, so this is just run once for each device. You get the device ID, you get the device type it's related or connected to, you get the data model, and when it last interacted with the system. And I guess that was it. If you want to know how to actually activate the device, you can watch my next tutorial where I will be interacting with the Binocular Cloud service using the Node.js SDK.